Hi everyone. So yes, like I said, my name is Julian. Really glad to be here tonight at CoCoon to tell you guys a little more about what myfairtool can do for companies. So I actually used to travel quite a bit around the world to organize and participate in trade shows. And what I noticed is that whatever countries I will stop in, I will always meet the exact same pain points over and over again. So now, if you look at B2B companies, they actually spend an average of 40% of their annual marketing budget just on trade shows. If you think that's huge, you would actually expect an even greater return on investment. And that is why 98% of these companies capture leads when they go on their booth. So you would expect that, but the fact is that sadly 80% of these leads that are being collected don't lead to anything because they are just not used properly because of a lack of management tool. Now what really happens when you are an exhibitor on a trade show, you usually will collect all the business cards, put them in your pocket, drop a few notes on a sheet of paper, or eventually, if you're quite advanced, use an Excel sheet. But then you return to the office, you lost half of the cards, you don't remember what all your conversations were about, and if you're lucky, you will be able to read your own handwriting. So now, myfairtool is trying to solve that problem. And how we do this is first we look at how people spend their money. When you look at the price of a trade show, companies spend an average of 12% on services that will help them maximize their return on investment. 12%, that's somewhere between $500 US and $8,500 US. Now, services are things like internet access, software, hardware, exactly what myfairtool is offering here. So what do we do exactly? Well, myfairtool is an online digital platform that is freemium based and that would help exhibitors maximize their return on investment on trade shows. So if we dig a little bit deeper to look at what we're doing, actually myfairtool helps you at every stage of your event organization. Before the event, myfairtool helps you preparing your booth, budgeting your expenses, control your costs. During the event, it's going to help you from your device capturing leads, adding tags, photos, and so on, and sending automatic follow-up emails so that you push your prospect down your sales funnel. And then after the event, myfairtool is going to help you exporting all that data, monitoring your result, and at the end of the day, just maximizing your return on investment. Now we are really on a niche market. The whole event tech industry is very large, but it's also very fragmented. And you have plenty of software out there that will do bits and pieces of what we are doing, but none of them actually is an integrated solution following each stage of the event management. That's how we are unique and that's how we compete. Now, as for today, already 300 companies trusted us and registered on our platform to participate in 150 events around the world. Now what we're doing is we are looking at our best users to actually transform them into brand ambassadors. And as for today, 80% of our growth is purely organic, only 20% coming from advertising. Since March, we stopped our beta test and then we launched the real product. In April, we started to be part of the Startup Next program, and later this year, we'll be the official partner of Future of Events, being the largest exhibition in Europe for event professionals. Now we start in Hong Kong. And why Hong Kong is because Hong Kong is a 4.6 billion US dollars in transactions on trade shows every year. That's over 2 million visitors with a growth of 10% year on year, and over 100 business events being organized every year, some of which actually is the largest one in the world. And here I'm thinking about the electronic fairs, the toy fairs, the lighting fairs that some of you guys might have heard of. But after Hong Kong, what's next? That's Asia. That's Singapore, Jakarta, Tokyo. Then that's Europe. Then that's the rest of the world. And why we know we're going to achieve that is because we have an asset-light, scalable product. This is me. So as I said, my name is Julian. I used to participate in a lot of trade shows, and I'm also a tech-savvy person. That's why everything you've seen here, we actually developed in-house so far. And my partner here is Boris. I'm coming from a marketing background, and I've been the marketing director for a local tech startup called EasyVan for the past 2 years. That's where I met Boris, because he was one of the first hires of that same company. We've worked together for over 2 years, and we have very complementary skills. And he comes from an MBA, so he has lots of business understanding, branding, and so on. But now what we need is to actually bring other people in. We're actually looking for tech and salespeople that would just help us grow even bigger, as well as obviously some funding. We are looking for some funding to just fuel our growth and make more things better and easier for us to grow around the world. I just invite all of you guys to visit myfairtool.com to find a little bit more about what we are doing here. Thank you, everyone.